Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold. I'm the world's greatest redneck, and today we're going to do a small job to make things better for my hydraulic press. It's something that I've thought about doing off and on over several years and just never been around to doing it. It's too lazy. But today I was smashing up some leftover aluminum cookware to feed my furnace, and I got tired of opening and closing the cutoff valve, so we're going to make an improvement to that. And also this Sunday we're going to have another ARW discussion with some new guests that you haven't seen before. Well, not on there, you've seen them on their channel, and it ought to be pretty good. So it's 3 p.m. Sunday, the ARW discussion. Now well, that sure makes me look cross-eyed. I don't know how to set the thing up to look any different. But anyway, it's a small job and it's going to make a big improvement. So let's just get after it and get it over with, okay? Every time I press something with my hydraulic press, I have to come to this little valve here using the end of this guy right here, if I can get it on the camera, and open it to let the ram come back up inside. And I'll back up from here so you can see what we're dealing with. We're dealing with my hydraulic press. Now, I've seen a guy fix that particular problem by making a little piece, and I'm going to try to copy him and make a little piece to reach, so it's got a nice handle for me to reach up there with my hand and open that valve. That would be so much nicer. I was busting up some old waffle irons and stuff for fodder for my foundry, and so I had to loosen that thing a lot of times as I moved the ram up and down. That's what got me on the subject. Alright, so I got this piece of brass from Chuck Bomarito of Outside Screwball. And I know that because I wrote his name on it. I finally got smart enough. And this will be the first official use of the Jim Enos design camera support, mount, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to machine this little booger to have about a ½ inch hole. And we'll put it inside of that, over the little thing over there, and see how it works out. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we'll get there. Just hang on. Well, let's start out with facing this thing off. I'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, back to it. Be more than good enough. Alright, now we'll put a larger bit. We'll attempt to drill it out in 3 steps. And it won't matter if at least the first couple of them go all the way through. Well, ½ inch deep would be about right. I went over there and measured. That's a ½ inch deep. Alright, we're going 1/2 inch deep twice, 3 times really. That ought to do the depth. So the next thing that I've got to do here is just sort of bevel the edge here a little bit so that it's not rough on somebody's fingers. And I'm just going to do that with a file. I'm going to use this little guy right here to deburr the inside. Did that really good. Left the chamfer. So where's my file? Never hurts to polish things up a little bit, make them look good. Now that it looks good, I'll pull it out and we'll go over to the mill. I'll be a little break here because I got to crank up the compressor. Came to me in sort of a flash there. I need to face off this end as well. I did polish it some. That looks good and feels good, so it's good. All right. Now we'll work on cranking up the loud compressor. All right, we've got this thing set on what I think is dead center, and we're going to cut a little slot right down the middle of it. So here we go. I was going to cut it through there with that end mill turning backwards. That won't work good. Now, unless I've lost track, that's 400 thousandths. So I'm going to stop and see if I can't improve things here a little bit. I've come all the way down to my V-blocks. That was pretty poor planning on my part, but I've got it lifted up now, and we'll come back in here for one more cut. We'll stay at whatever height we're at. If it throws chips, I'm not lined up right. That'll probably be good. We're not making bomb sights here or spaceship parts. So while you guys were sleeping, I moved back over here. The hole is about 50 thousandths too small, so I got to take out a little bit. So we'll just bore the thing. Okay, so I set an indicator over here, and I can count how many turns the hand makes it to know I'm a ½ inch in. Alright, so what we'll do is crank her up and feed it in a ½ inch. There you are. Alright, it measured out at .230. That means I've got another 20 thousandths to go right off over here. So that's what we'll head for. So, now that I've got that cut made, that should be 2 size. I'll have to take it out of the collet, go over there and see if it fits. That's the, the critical test. So, you sleep, I'll be right back. It needs another 10. So, we'll take off another 10. Alright, with any luck, that's the last 10. I'll go back and try it out again. Okay, it fits just right, so now we've got to put a set screw, grub screw, whatever in it. But we're going to need a handle to go through this end here too. And I may, just for decoration's sake, turn this down a little bit. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, let's beautify it. Change tools. I've got a farm tool set up. At one time, one of my viewers sent me a bunch of farm tools. That was before I was smart enough to write down who sent it. But it's still a really good thing. And I think that's about as decorated as I want it. So we'll stop here and back to the mill.